Well, welcome to the book spot. This is the spot where people get their books written, folks. Well, welcome back to the book spot. We have an exciting topic today for your writing. What direction for my writing, right? And so I'm going to get into, I think it's an important topic that people find themselves in. And the number one thing that gets people into this what direction should I take is right there on your screen. It is where do I want to go with my writing? Where do you want to go? So you're doing this writing, but where do you want it to go? What do you hope it to accomplish? And that's important as a writer. You're writing with a purpose. You're writing with the idea that you want your writing to go somewhere. You want it to have an impact. You want it to touch the lives of people. You first and foremost wanted to do something for you, but then you want it to do something for other people because people don't have the access to you where you could just pop up and just start talking to them about something. And so that's why we put things in a book. We put it in a book because it allows us to be able to share our thoughts, share our ideas, share our information with many, many people. And you have to begin to think of that. You have to begin to think of your book being that place to, share those ideas. And so, where you want it to go, who you want it to impact is important. And so, number two, we have is when do I want to write? When do you want to write? So I don't know your schedule. You know your schedule, and what is the time for you to write? Some people are night owls, right? Some people are early morning folks. Some people are middle of the day. So you have to determine when is the time that your thoughts flow. When is the time that you can get ideas, information out of you, and you have to make that decision. You have to make that determination of what is best for you. And you're writing, you want to accomplish a task, you want to bless someone, you want to enhance somebody's life, you want somebody to come away with something better as a result of reading your book, right? So your book should have some type of impact, and that's important. Your book should have some type of impact. And the question is, when do you get that information out of you so that you can have that kind of impact in someone else's life? And I want you to really think about that. I want you to really take some time to think about when do you write. That's very crucial because some people just say, well, I'll put in X amount of hours, or I'll write when I kind of feel led, or when it's not so busy. Like, you really have to strategize and carve out the time that works best for you. I'm an early morning guy. I love to write early in the mornings. I've had a night's rest. I mean, I'm fully alert. I'm fully awake, and I'm ready to go. That may not be the case for you, but you have to decide. So, what's number three we have is how much time do I want to spend writing? How much time? So it's your life. I don't know how busy it is. I don't know, what you prioritize, what you make important, but how much time will you spend writing? And that can vary with every individual. It could be 15 minutes, a half an hour, whatever. If you need to use timers, if you need to have your alarm clock go off, when you need to stop your writing, so be it. But you do have to think about the amount of time that you're going to spend writing, right? You do have to think about the amount of time, like how often, what days. Like it really has to be an organized system. I mean, you um, just can't willy nilly kind of do your writing. You know, you really do need to structure it. You really do need to uh, schedule it, give yourself an appointment for it. All of that is important in writing a book or just writing, period. You know, writing with a purpose. So we're talking about writing for direction and we're talking about writing for a purpose. You want to accomplish something. Okay. You want to accomplish something. And then we have number four, which talks about, let's see here what we got. Number four says, uh, how valuable is it to me to write? How valuable is it? You know, um, you do have to put a value on really anything we do, right? Anything. If it's going out, if it's watching a movie, if it's going to work, if it's writing, you have to put a value on just how important it is. Otherwise, you just won't do it, right? If it's not valuable to you, if it doesn't mean anything to you, why would you do it, right? Like, I mean, it's a waste of time. Right? It has no importance to you. But if you put a value on it, then you will be more likely to organize. You'll be more likely to make an appointment, strategize, all of that. And you will be writing for a purpose. Because sometimes what we see is, I know for me, is people you want to reach, people you want to touch, and you just can't physically get there. Like you can't just walk up to people and start telling them these great ideas you have, this great information you have. And so you put it in a book. You know, you give people the opportunity to read it at their leisure, read it in the comfort of their home or in the library, wherever they might want to read it. And you're able to impact them. And you never really know like who is being impacted, who is being touched. But you know the intent that you had when you wrote this book, right? When you did this writing. And that's the beauty of writing a book. That's the beauty of writing a book. And I encourage people, that's what the book spot is here, to encourage you, to inspire you. I encourage you to really get serious about your writing, okay? To really get serious about your writing with a purpose, writing with direction, knowing where you're trying to go, all right? All right, so number five, I think I start talking about now that you've written a book. Let me see what I got good. Yeah. So, why did I write this book? Why did you write this book? Okay. When I look back over all the books that I've written, and I can think and tell you the story of why I wrote the book. This actually brings me to a very important part, and that's a commercial for you. Just check this out. This book is available on Amazon. Just got released January 17th. Okay. Not even a month. And already it's doing what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to impact the lives of people. I wanted people to be changed. I wanted them to be able to think. I wanted to give them something to think about. Like, should I be doing this? Should I be treating this person this way? Should I be holding bitterness? All of that is what I speak about, and I want people to know. Yeah, yeah. So I just threw a commercial in there about my book, All Those Bottles, Alcohol I'm Telling on You. So I wrote that with the intent that I wanted people to be impacted. I wanted people to have information about alcohol, what it is, how it can change your life. I speak to people who are casual drinkers, who drink, minimally. I talk about severe alcohol users. I talk about the health impact, the family impact, the impact on your job. So I see these things as an addiction nurse, and I wanted people to be able to have that information, to be able to make reasonable decisions. Sometimes people continue in a behavior, continue in uh, certain actions because they just don't know better. They've not been informed. They're not knowledgeable that this is what could happen. And so I try to do that. And so when you write your book, I want you to think about the purpose. I want you to think about the impact. I want you to think about the people that you want to affect. Okay, it could be a self-help book. It could be uh, a love story. It could be, a thriller, whatever it is. You got to see people being impacted. See people saying like, "Ah, whoa." You have to envision that as you're writing, because that's what a writer does. They write in a way they want to impact people, and they'll never know who reads their books. Um, unless they get some feedback from them, they put a comment up. But they know that there is an audience for what they're writing, and they're writing with a purpose. They have direction. Okay. That's what the Night's Talk is about, having direction. Where are you trying to go with this writing? What are you trying to do? And then my last statement I want to share with you all tonight is: make fear and procrastination upset with you by doing something daily to promote your book. This might be more for me than it is for you, because believe it or not, after you write your book, fear still tries to creep up. Like, you wrote that book, how are you going to sell it? Where is it going to go? What you going to do with it? And to make fear and procrastination upset with you is by doing something every day to try to promote that book, to try to push that book, to try to, let folks know, hey, this is a good book. You need to have it. And that takes work, folks. That takes work. That takes getting out of the comfortability, the kind of, you just wish it would just sell off the shelf. Like, you do have to push your material. You do have to push your work, so the point that it will get to the people that need it the most. And that's having direction, that's having purpose, that's having the attitude that you just didn't write your book just for the sake of time. You just didn't do it like, I had nothing else to do, I just wrote this. It doesn't really matter if anybody buys it or whatever. It does matter that someone buys it. It does matter that it gets to the people who need it the most, because you wrote it with a purpose. You wrote it with the intent that somebody's life would be enhanced, that somebody would be a better person as a result of reading your material. And so there's a comment that came in here. Let me see here. Wilma says, I agree. I hope people will feel good and perhaps take action. Yes, Wilma, I do too. I really hope people will just really grab on to this writing bug, this excitement. And Wilma is with the Black Writers Guild, great organization that has tremendously helped me over the years, that has inspired and encouraged me. I'm still a part of that group. That's blackwritersguild.org. Check that out, folks. So yeah, I really do hope people will get into that. There's so many people I believe want to write a book. So many people that let me share that with everybody from Wilma. So there's people that want to write a book. I want to tell you, it can be done if you take the things that I just went over and put them into practice. And let me tell you something: if you put them into practice a little bit at a time, incrementally, just a few steps, just a few moments out of your day to work on it, and eventually, it'll just start to evolve. It'll start to come to pass. And I encourage you to take that step, to get some direction. So if you've been wondering, if you've been confused about what to do, just go back over this video and look at some of those steps, and it'll kind of guide you in the way of getting started. And don't be just limited to checking out the book spot. Grab yourself some books, folks. When I started writing, I grabbed books on how to write nonfiction. how to tell your story. I mean, I grabbed up, this was new, this was like something I had never done. So I had to begin to enhance my own life by reading from people who gave instructions on how do you write. So don't limit yourself from being educated, being informed, so that you can make it happen. Okay, you can make it happen. You can bring it to pass, and you can have what I believe is one of the greatest life achievements that you can accomplish is writing a book. I mean, I have achieved a lot of things in my life, not bragging or boasting, but there's no greater life achievement than knowing that that's your book. Those are your words. Those are your thoughts. And now they're in the earth forever. I mean, and somebody is going to be impacted as a result of what you shared. That's just a powerful thing. I don't know, I don't know who you are out there watching. Definitely put your comment in there, but that is a powerful thing to know that you wrote this down, you packaged it, and somebody's life is much better off as a result of it because you took the time, you organized yourself, you had direction, you had purpose and intent, and now somebody is a little bit better off, is a little bit more enhanced, is feeling a little happier about themselves, is laughing about your story, come on here. And so yes, Wilma says, yes, you will leave a legacy. That is so powerful, that you will leave a legacy. You will leave a story uh, that will be forever, okay? Forever a part of this world that we know of. And it can be passed down to your children, to your family, to generations to come. I mean, right now, folks, my book, All Those Bottles of Alcohol I'm Telling You, is in the library at the Helping Up Mission. This is one of the largest organizations in our city for men as well as women with children. But right now, in their men's building, is the book in the library. They have placed it in their library, like about 5 copies, that men can be blessed, that men who are coming out of homeless situations, broken families, all can have access to the book and read and have their lives enhanced. So many men overcoming alcohol, okay? Hispanic, white, black, you name it. They now have access. The door has been open for that book to be able to enhance them, to be able to bless their lives. And I'm so happy. I want to thank my good brother Pete Griffin at Helping Up Mission for opening that door for me. Yes, Roman, thank you. She said, congratulations. I'm so excited. Actually, someone came up to me and said, "Hey, you know what? I didn't know you wrote a book. They would get more copies of it ordered to the library." So it's happening, folks. It's happening. It's doing what I intended to do, and that was give people the information so they can make better choices. Okay, did I write it so that people could stop drinking? No, I wrote it so people can have better choices, so they can make better decisions. Okay, now that means stop drinking. Absolutely, I love that. But ultimately, I wrote it because I've just experienced it so much in my own life that I said, you know what, this needs to be shared in the story. And guess what? It's happening. It's happening. And that last statement I said, making fear and procrastination be upset with you, you have to do that. And I said that's more for me than it is for you, because sometimes I'm dragging my feet. I'm just be honest, right on camera. I'm dragging my feet. I'm not doing as much as I could. But guess what? I believe in confession will help me to get out there and be accountable to the things that I've told you to do. And so, hey, It's going to happen. It's going to turn some wheels. It's going to change some lives. And that's what the Book Spot is here to do. The Book Spot is here to encourage and inspire you, because I know people get books written. I know this is a great opportunity to get books written. Yes, Wilma is an author uh, and life coach. You know that feeling, Wilma. Wilma is phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. I've known her for, I'm gonna say about wow, maybe about 7-10 years, something like that. It's a long time, and she's just been such a blessing. Again, she hits up the Black Writers Guild, great organization. Wilma, if you could type that in so people could see how to connect with the Black Writers Guild, that'd be awesome. I'm so busy trying to look at this camera and sort of stay tuned there. My son told me I don't have to kind of look at the camera all the time on these videos, but I know you could type it in a lot better. I've been typed the wrong organization, something I'll do. But yeah, folks, so that's what I'm here tonight to do, help you with getting direction, um, getting focus, and being able to accomplish a great task. There it is, folks. BlackWritersGuild.org. Okay, yeah. Join it. Be a part of it. I know we take a break for the summer, so you got some time to get connected. Get in that network, get in that group with folks that are writing, that are in the same vein like you are, rubbing shoulders with Eagles folks, people that are flying, they making it happen. And I've met some phenomenal people, a part of this organization, that have really encouraged me, really inspired me to keep writing. And I want you to be a part of it too. So the next meeting, good woman. The next meeting is June the 1st at 1 p.m. Okay, 1 p.m. But go to that website, go to blackwritersguild.org and check it out and become a member. Very nominal fee. The rewards are phenomenal. What you're going to get from it, you're going to say, what? That's all I paid? Like, yeah, it's not even going to mean nothing to you, okay? To just be a part of people who are doing the same thing, like-minded people. So, folks, I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you. We're out of time right now, and definitely know that. Oh yes, Black Writers Guild is also on Facebook. Yeah, so no excuse to not get busy, not get involved. Another group I want to tell you about is the Hamden Writers Group. Look that up. I don't know the exact name, but Hamden Writers Association, great group to be a part of too. All right. Thank you, Wilma. Thank you all that are watching, who are going to watch this later. I hope you've been blessed, and I hope this information has been helpful. Okay. Have a good evening.